Hi, my name's Sion Lenton. I'm the Creative Director here at Operation Flashpoint Red River.
And hi, I'm James Nicholls. I'm the Chief Games Designer on Operation Flashpoint Red River.
Obviously, after Dragon Rising, we took some time out to take a look and see what kind of creature we created and how we could make that better. For us, it's about focusing on the core experience, which is a tactical first-person shooter that's set in a much more realistic and authentic environment than a lot of our competitors. It's not about being a military simulation. It's about fun, it's about gameplay, and it's about keeping the player engaged and entertained. So it's an all-new environment. It's Tajikistan. The player will play as the US Marine Corps as he did in the last game. They will have the People's Liberation Army of China. But we've also got insurgency combat in there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the start of the campaign, the US are going in to fight a counter-insurgency campaign. It's the destabilisation of the area as a result of the conflicts in Afghanistan and increased destabilisation of the region. So they're crossing into the country thinking they're going to go and fight one war, and the PLA's involvement is a surprise to everybody, and it worsens the situation dramatically.
Yeah, so Tajikistan, you've probably never heard of it, probably don't know where it is. It is a beautiful country. It's in a very difficult place. It's basically sandwiched in between Afghanistan, Pakistan and China, which I don't need to tell you is one of the geopolitical hotspots in the world at the minute. But it is a beautiful country. It's got a rich history of being invaded, of being conquered again and again and again.
If you look at the stuff that's been happening in nearby Kyrgyzstan, it's right on the edge of its real life, but not quite enough so that we can take it and run with it from a gameplay point of view.
Yeah.
And it brings together the PLA in a believable theatre, as well as fighting counter-insurgency, which is a new type of combat for us. Everything's built around this co-op premise. It's about finding your friends, getting into a game as fast as possible. We've added in join in progress this time, which has been a significant undertaking for us, but it really helps streamline that co-op style of play. I mean, ultimately what I'd love to achieve is, you're playing together with your mates and you see a guy log on Xbox Live or PSN, and you pull that guy in because he's a great sniper, or because he's a brilliant grenadier or whatever, and you're pulling him in to fill a role in your fire team. And then because we've built the game in that way, we've got our campaign, we've got our FTE game modes, but they're all built around that style of combat. We've got weapons that are all balanced to support a co-op style of play against the enemy, which allows us to give a very much more refined experience this time around.
The realism, the authenticity for me is the magic that happens when four people are playing online together. And they're actually, they're creating the situations, they're solving the problems, they're actually talking to each other and saying, well, this time why don't you take the high ground and keep us covered from that, and we'll try going in that way, as opposed to like really heavily scripted levels. You've seen some of the stuff we've shown you today, and none of our backgrounds are matte paintings, they're real, you can really go there. We don't kind of push you into the compound and then shut the door behind you and let you finish it off. Keep the door open, you can come back out whenever you want and try a different phase. But it's what those four people do, and to me that's realism. Four people actually making decisions about how they're going to complete objectives and how they're going to solve problems. That's what excites me about the game.
We've got this a proper unlock and XP system in this game as well, so even within a scout class they can have completely different weapons, different scopes, different attachments, so you can tune these roles in different directions. I mean, our rifleman class, for example, he's the gadgeteer, he's the guy with a tool for every job, so he can bend himself from the kind of sort of scout end of the spectrum all the way down to close quarters if he needs to. He's very flexible, and then you'll get other guys who are specialists who are tuned around a particular type of gameplay.
Big push this time on really sort of blowing people away with the visuals. So a complete change of the philosophy of the visuals. This walk through a webcam, what does it look like? The lens aberrations, dirty lenses, cheap lenses, all this kind of stuff. Searing bright light, alien environment. It's like being on the moon basically. That's kind of the thing we were going for.
And in terms of the visuals on the characters, the weapons, the vehicles, it's about this angle of being authentic rather than simulation.
Yeah.
So getting away out the James manuals and the cut and dried, fresh off a factory floor kind of tank look. These guys, the vehicles have got packs on the side, the soldiers are all roughed up and cut up for being in the field, the weapons are all annotated and attached to, and that's what the weapons are really like in real life. We took the call to sort of custom make our environment this time around. Last time we started with a satellite map of the island and worked into it, kept very real. I think again it was a great experiment. It worked really well in some aspects, but from telling a mission narrative and a campaign narrative, it didn't support it well enough. You got troughs just where you didn't need them. So this time around, custom made all of the locations for all of the different key landmarks, and you'll see them, you'll fight towards them and away from them. You'll know when you're losing ground, when you're gaining ground. And as Sean's already touched on, it's a real campaign map. It's not a fake vista, it's not a billboard in the distance. You will actually go up to that location, you will actually fall back from it, you'll get to capture it again, and that really is it's an amazing Flashpoint thing that you just
Yeah.
don't get in any other game.
Yeah, yeah,
really.
yeah. We use the map really well. You travel all around. It's almost like a road movie, isn't it? Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
A road movie with guns and bullets and death.
yeah.
That's
Nice.
probably how I describe
Lovely.
it really at the
Charming.
minute. Yeah, there you go. Hi, I'm Sion Lenton, Creative Director on Operation Flashpoint Red River.
Hi, I'm James Nicholls. I'm Chief Games Designer on Operation Flashpoint Red River.
We look forward to kicking your ass in co-op in 2011.